Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to round 2 of season 2 of the F1 2006 Championship Edition career mode. Yes, we're back today here for the Malaysian Grand Prix. If you missed out on the video that went live yesterday, what are you doing? Go back, check it out. Absolutely would recommend it before we dive into round 2 today. For one reason and one reason only. We're leading the championship. We managed to win the Bahrain Grand Prix in absolutely dramatic style. So many top drivers had mechanical failures in that race. Neither Renault saw the checkered flag. Felipe Massa and Jenson Button joined them on the sidelines by the end of the afternoon. And that also means that Super Aguri are leading the Constructors' Championship. It will probably already be over by the end of this weekend, but we're going to savour the memories whilst we can. Get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well. The goal early on is just continue trying to score points wherever possible, and then maybe, just maybe, we can get a contract offer with Honda. Well, heading back then to Sepang, Malaysia. I thought last season even, this was going to be the first race I finish until I binned it on the very last lap, so hopefully we're not going to see a repeat of that this weekend. However, yeah, this track is, the AI are far more competent here than they were in Bahrain, so although I feel, a decent result might still be doable, maybe we can try and score some points. Certainly is going to take an even bigger miracle than it did in Bahrain to try and walk away with the same result. I know I keep saying it, and I'm sure I will continue to keep saying it whenever we come back to Sepang. Boy, oh boy, I wish this track was still on the Formula 1 calendar. I feel with the new regs as well, this place would have been absolutely sensational to host a Grand Prix now. But, it is what it is. Unfortunately, maybe we'll see it return in the future. The way Formula 1's popularity has exploded in recent years. But yeah, this would be right up there as one of my top tracks to make a return. To be honest, F106 has got most of them. Obviously, we've got Sepang, we've got Istanbul as well, and probably, as much as I want to say the Nürburgring, I think Hockenheimring probably would make a better Formula 1 track still. Well, slowly but surely getting up to pace then over the line. That's going to be a 1:36.9. I've got no idea if that's a particularly good representative. But yeah, I'll just make sure I've got all the cars set up ready to go, and I will meet you guys in qualifying.
We're in Sepang, Malaysia for another scintillating hour of Formula 1 qualifying. Everything is ready, so without further ado, let's get on with session 1.
Well, this is never a good place to start as we move into qualifying. Rain has arrived, and famously for anyone that watched season 1 of this series, you'll know the AI are a lot stronger in the wet. But yeah, really got no idea now what we should be aiming for as we'll go past one of my former team's cars there. I'm sure Midland, a little bit gutted. We spent most of last year trashing their race cars. Come to Super Aguri and immediately go and win our debut race. Crazy, crazy scenes. But yeah, no idea now really what we want to be aiming for in qualifying. What sensibly we're going to be able to achieve. So I guess we're just going to try and drive fast and hopefully not get taken out by a McLaren down at turn 1. As I believe that's Juan Pablo Montoya really getting in the way. So we'll dive bomb him at turn 2. Oh, big moment. Big moment as we make our way out onto this little chute. Yeah, this track, there's a lot more places where it can potentially go wrong. So trying to avoid all of them as best as possible. At the final corner, though, up towards the start-finish line. First lap time on the board then. It's going to be a 1:43.5. Like I said, no idea how good that's going to be. 4/10 up in Sector 1. We're definitely going to have to go for a second run. Well, Jarno Trulli's just gone top of the board, but we are seeing a big improvement here as, yeah, times are tumbling at the moment. I think we should be safely through and into Q2 anyway. But, yeah, big improvements so far on this lap. Oh, a lot of understeer through the final corner. Braking way too late there in the slick conditions. But out of the final corner, Massa on a 1:41.2. We're going to do a 1:42.1, which puts us in P3. Well, there we go then. I don't know if we saw any track conditions change towards the end of the session, but we do make it through and up in P11 then. So, hoping we can make Q3 today, but not banking on it. Oh, no. Right, just don't get hit by a Ferrari or a BAR. That'd be really bad. Try and then get back on the road. Oh, there's McLaren's coming. How close do they want to cut it? Everyone else trying to go on runs at the moment, and that was a very, very scary situation to be in. As we make our way down the back straight, we're going to try and give, I believe that's Fernando Alonso, a bit of breathing room. But yeah, Alonso down in the 140 flat. Could we do the horrible?
Beats a flying lap. He'll be disappointed with that. The car just didn't seem to have the same balance.
Well, the goal now, yeah, see if we can put Barrichello into the drop zone. I'm not confident we're going to have the pace here. Car's not bad. So actually, track appears to be drying out. Well, track is definitely getting quicker and quicker. Are we going to see... Oh, no! We might see a late switch to dries at the end of this session for a few cars. I'm happy to gamble it if the game will allow me, because at the moment we are messing up quali. Well, we are taking a big, big gamble then at the end of qualifying. Less than 6 minutes left on the clock. There's still a little bit of spray and mist kicking around, but we have opted to go out there on a set of the dries, and immediately it's looking very slippery. Won't probably get it done in one run. We're just going to keep running laps to the end. Well, already then, getting ready to start our run. Yeah, no, truly, I think that's a small improvement by the Toyota. But yeah, surely, it honestly feels like we could smash that now. This car is feeling absolutely settled on these dries. Well, I believe Michael Schumacher has just been placed into the drop zone then. Jenson Button now on a 140.5. But look at that, we're like 8 seconds up on the time we set earlier on. We're still taking time out the Toyota in front of us, but it isn't so dramatically as there we go, Schumacher straight back to the top of the pile. Are the other drivers out on dries? I don't quite know. Yeah, look at that. I think that Toyota might... No, he's not, and he's brake checked me. Thanks for that. Yeah, we'll wait and see what we can do though into the final corner. Hopefully that nose cone damage is not going to really do too much.
Completes his flying lap.
Oh, don't spin. Don't spin out the final corner, please. Button, though, top of the timing screens. Are we going to be able to go quicker than Jensen? No, we won't. P2.
Qualifying time. He'll be bitterly disappointed about that. In fact, I think he'd rather forget about it altogether.
I think, yeah, Ralph Schumacher then, sorry, was the car we made contact with. Yeah, I kind of get, of course, you know, I probably had time to avoid him, but I wasn't expecting him to be so slow on the racing line. But this is turning into one of those sessions where just being out on a lap at the end is probably going to make the difference, and that's what we're looking to do. Well, down in towards the final couple of corners then, looking on the timing screens, pretty much everyone behind us is also on a run, so we might well see an improvement. But it might not be enough by the end of qualifying there. We're down to P8. Oh, a lot of understeer through the final corner. Once again there, but up towards the start-finish line then. Where are we going to go? In Q2 here in Malaysia, it's pole position. Kind of. But yeah, that should be us safely into Q3. Well, there we go then. So many changeable conditions there at the end of Q2, but we have navigated it. We are in P3. But to be honest, yeah, that was a little bit of a flash in the pan, I feel. We're always going to struggle a bit more on race fuel in Q3. So the way I see it, anything higher than 10th is an advantage. Well, AI then, very, very bunched up here in terms of times in Q3. I believe all of them are in the 138s at the moment, so that's what we're going to be aiming for here in Q3. But yeah, this car feels heavy with all the fuel on board. That's one way to heat up the tyres as well. Well, again, all the focus at the moment is just trying to prove to Honda what we are capable of in one of their sister cars as we start our first lap here in Sepang. I know I said it last weekend in Bahrain, but yeah, this thing really does sound good in this game. If the Honda power unit, obviously if the Honda engine in the actual BAR Honda sounds as good as this, I will be very, very happy if, of course, I get a contract from them. Oh, no! No, 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 no! Rain's arrived again! What is happening in qualifying here in Malaysia? Rain has re-emerged, and now we've got to desperately finish off this run. Otherwise, we're going to be in big trouble. Oh, I can just see there some chronic understeer to make our way through the penultimate corner, but is this going to make a big old difference by the end of qualifying? I would assume we're not really going to see anyone else improve now, if the track is just going to get more and more slippery. Just again, breaking myself out of the final corner, but up towards start-finish line then. Where are we going to go on the grid? Here in Sepang, it's going to be a 37.6. Out of nowhere, we somehow snatch away pole position. Well, there we go then. It is pole position here in Malaysia. Maybe got a little bit lucky there right at the end of qualifying that our lap didn't get ruined by the rain starting to fall, but that was completely unexpected. Genuinely was not planning on that ever being an opportunity here, but we line up alongside Kimi Räikkönen. Could we possibly make it 2 wins out of 2?
Here we are again in stunning Kuala Lumpur, the location of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Sepang, on the outskirts of the capital, was designed to be a great challenge for the drivers, with wide sweeping bends, high-speed sections and tighter corners to create overtaking opportunities. The Malaysian Grand Prix is one of the most physically demanding events on the F1 calendar. Thankfully it's dry here, but the temperature has dipped somewhat. You have pole. This is a great chance for him to grab some points. Second is Kimi Räikkönen. They're followed by Fernando Alonso in third. Michael Schumacher is next. Row 3 and 5th place for Giancarlo Fisichella. Felipe Massa takes 6th. 7th place for Juan Pablo Montoya. Jenson Button rounds off the top 8.
Yeah, was not quite expecting to drop it there out of turn 4, but that's exactly what I did last season here in Sepang. What is the AI doing? It's not even letting me drive where I want to anymore. But yeah, pole position for the first time this season. Whenever we got pole last season, it never really amounted to a lot, apart from maybe Shanghai. Although I don't think I ever got pole there, did I? I think I lined it up P2. Clearly P2 is where I need to start these races. Right, out of the final couple of corners then. Lining up, ready to go here in Malaysia. Again, not interested in a win, just want points. Just want to try and pick up a few more points here today. But, you know, if we could end up on the podium again, I would walk away a very, very happy man, as we got to wait all the way for Yuji Ide at the back of the field to make his way through the final turn, as our tyres are just going to be cooling down dramatically.
It seems like an age for the drivers waiting for the lights to signal the start of the race. The race is go, go, go!
Oh, not a good start. I think Räikkönen might have me. No, Räikkönen's not done well.
As does Kimi Räikkönen.
Is Kimi going to look for it? Yes, he is. Oh!
As they hurtle towards turn 1. Räikkönen leads out of the first corner. You're following him. Next is Alonso.
Almost a bit of contact there with Fernando Alonso on the exit turn 1, but Kimi Räikkönen. Oh. I think that might be Ide and my teammate. Sorry, Ide. Oh no! Alonso's tagged me! No! Fernando, why? Oh, and we are way down the order almost immediately. Ide out of the Grand Prix though. And yeah, that other Midland. Great, 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 great. What is that? Get tipped into a spin by dive bombing Fernando Alonso. And then suddenly on the exit of the corner as well, I think it was David Coulthard, just brake checked me through what is basically a flat out S section. A nightmare start here in Malaysia. How many times has this kind of thing happened before? Yeah, great. Wonderful. We'll go for a nice pirouette there at the hairpin as well, because it feels like 1 in 3 times I go through there, that happens. What a disaster. Oh, we got an engine gone. Who's that? I think is that Montoya? Is Montoya out of the Grand Prix as well then? So McLaren, no, that's Montero, isn't it? Well done, Matt. So 1 Midland, 1 Super Aguri out, and we're not even at the end of lap 1.
Looks like this. Räikkönen leads. Alonso is second. Fisichella third. He's up from 5th. 4th, Michael Schumacher. Felipe Massa is 5th. Montoya 6th. 7th is Button. And Barrichello is in 8th.
Well, the one thing we've learned on this game is I should never start from pole position, because it always ends disastrously.
Great time for sector 1, keep it going.
Great. Why is the car broke free there? What is this? Oh, I know what it is. I'm so stupid. I never put the traction control back on. Oh, dearie me. I don't mean, that explains a couple of the other spins. Right, get our head down, focus. Well, it's certainly going to be a tough old race now to try and recover much, but let's just see how many moves we can pull off and whether we can get somewhere back towards the points. Staggering, though, just how much easier this car is to drive when you've got the traction control again. Scott Speed running very, very slow in towards the final few corners. That V10 does sound awesome.
You're moving very well to the field.
Back into P18 we go. Hopefully we're going to make a lot of moves early on this afternoon.
Lap 4 of this Grand Prix. Raikkonen leads, Alonso is second. Fisichella third. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. Felipe Massa is fifth. Jenson Button in sixth. He's up from seventh.
Oh, another one gone. Another engine failure. That time round is Rosberg, who's out of the GP.
17th position, you're going to have to do something about this.
We're going to try and get a run on Antonio Luizzi as well, up in towards turn 4. Down the inside of our second Toro Rosso.
You're 60.
And yeah, it's P16 now, making some gains. Ugh, what is it with Red Bulls today and brake checking me? Christian Clean there wanted to try and dive out of the way at the same time. So we look for a move down the inside, but nothing happening there. Oh, I don't really want to be on the outside of Clean as we make our way through the next couple of corners. We're going to have to send it, though. Round the outside we go. In towards the final sector. And next up, then, is my second enemy on this game. I don't know why I've got beef with both of the 1997 championship protagonists, but that's the way F1 2006 has worked out. Around the outside of Villeneuve. He tried to move around a little bit there in the braking zone. But we're up to P14. While Ralf Schumacher and Mark Webber then trying to dispute P12. However, I would like... Oh, come on. I would like to get involved in that party if possible. So try and have a look around the outside of Ralph. No, nothing happening there. Can we now have a look around the outside of Ralph again? And just no opportunities. Over on the exit of that corner, if you can get out of the way of the AI. Certainly is an opportunity to get a run there. Yeah, hopefully we can get out of P13 ASAP. And hopefully it'll be another move forward. Can we switch Mark Webber? Down the inside we'll go. A little bit of a brave, bold move. Big old gap, though, up to the next couple of cars. David Coulthard, Jarno Trulli. But, yeah, we're almost back to the points. Oh, one of the Ferraris. Very, very early pit stop to be making today. I believe that's Felipe Massa. Could have, well, likely should have won the season opener in Bahrain.
Let's take a look at the current
disappointment
top 8
there.
Positions. Raikkonen leads. Alonso is second. Fisichella third. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. Button is fifth. Montoya sixth. He's up from seventh. Barrichello is seventh. Heidfeld is in 8th place.
Oh, we got another one. Another engine failure. Malaysia. Yeah, of course. Don't spin. Thank you. Who's that out of the GP? I wouldn't say on my relative. It was Heidfeld, who is now out of the GP. So that brings points just one step closer to us. Oh, there we go as well. Jarno Trulli, as well as a handful of others, into the pit lane then. So I think, yeah, for the first time today, since lap 1, we're going to be back inside the toins. Oh, David Coulthard, of course, the man that spammed me out early on in the GP. Well, him and Fernando Alonso. I almost got karma there on DC accidentally, as the Red Bull driver just got tipped into a little bit of a spin. Can I find a way around him, though, before we get back round to the pit lane? Yes, we can. Oh, we got more oil down. Someone else has gone. Where's the oil? Where's the oil? Where's the oil? Where's the oil? I don't even know who it is. I think it might be Montoya at the GP. I don't actually know, looking on the mini-map. Oh, I almost forgot we got a pit as well here. Misjudging my way on the entry, but into the pit lane will come.
Raikkonen leads. Fisichella is second. Michael Schumacher third. That's a gain of 1 place. Button is fourth. Montoya fifth. He's moved up from sixth. Alonso sixth. You're seventh. And in eighth is Coulthard.
The clouds have disappeared now, so it looks like we should have fine conditions until the end of the race.
Oh, that could have been a really good stop there. We made a little mistake at the end. Luckily, we stay out in front of DC. And apparently the team changed the wing as well, despite the fact I never saw that.
Go crazy. Wait till they're green and you have optimum traction.
Let's try and keep David Coulthard at bay. It's Christian Albers into P13. Wowee.
The car
Got another one.
indicator showing green.
Surely not.
Ease it up nicely now. Grip should be good.
Where's the oil? Where's the oil? Where's the oil? So scared about hitting the oil. There it is. Who's gone now in this GP? How many mechanical failures are we seeing?
Making real progress.
Just like in Bahrain.
Lap 10. Raikkonen leads. Michael Schumacher is in second. He's up from third. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya.
Oh, I'm such a moron.
Fisichella. Alonso is fifth. Clean is sixth. Massa is seventh. And Barrichello is in eighth. That's a gain of 1 place.
And looking at it then, I think pretty much every back marker, with the exception of Christian Albers now, is out of this GP. But yeah, another really annoying spin there. We're not making our lives any easier. Well, looking on the minimap then, I think the Renaults have got the jump on Kimi Raikkonen, or at least Fernando Alonso has. So he might be looking to score some big points today. We're 6 seconds behind Jarno Trulli. I think we might just catch him before the end, but any more than that, I'm not convinced. Come on. Can we do another move on David Coulthard then late on in the afternoon? Ugh. Come on, DC. What is DC doing? You've got to give me some space on the outside there, my friend. Clearly, this is where all the other Red Bull drivers learned it from, but can we now try and get a run on the Scotsman as we make our way in towards the final corners? And Pablo Montoya went very, very long in the first stint of the GP, but back into ninth place we'll go. Jarno Trulli then, what is the gap to that Toyota? I'd be interested to see the gap to Barrichello as well. It is 4 seconds. Come on then, Jarno. Just a handful of laps to go of the GP. Toyota, only team to get both cars inside the top 8 last time out. I'm hoping we can eliminate both of them from the points this time out. Jarno Trulli there, you can just see how quick that thing is in a straight line.
Into the closing stages of this Grand Prix, Alonso leads. Raikkonen is second. Fisichella third. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. Felipe Massa is fifth. Montoya sixth. Barrichello is seventh. And Trulli is eighth.
Already wrong. We are now back into the points then of this GP. 10-second gap up to Barrichello though. I think we're just going to bring this home, hopefully. Final lap then here from Sepang, and clearly...
The top 8 drivers at the moment are Alonso leads. Raikkonen is second. Fisichella third. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. Felipe Massa is fifth. Montoya sixth. Barrichello is seventh. You're eighth.
Well, one more lap to go then here from Sepang, and I think we've gone and showcased that we definitely had very good pace today. But my god, am I a moron for not putting the traction control back on properly at the start of this one. Otherwise, it could have been a really, really big result here. I believe, though, unless I forgot someone, this 1 point might still mean we're at the top of the championship, tied with Michael Schumacher, because Alonso looks like he is going to be converting to a race victory here today. It really has been a memorable Malaysian Grand Prix. All the retirements last time out were at the front of the field. It looks like, yeah, this time out it's been most of the back markers. Jenson Button, though, probably would have scored a point ahead of myself as well here. But we will take points in the opening 2 races of the season, as long as I don't do anything stupid in these final few corners. We've got another one! No! Giancarlo Fisichella again! 2 races in a row. The Renault is going to retire inside the final 2 laps there, and that is agonising for Giancarlo there. Alonso will win.
Crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Raikkonen will cross the line second.
And Giancarlo Fisichella, heartbreak there, will miss out on a podium, but it will bump me up into 7th place in the end, which I'm quite happy about.
The Sepang International Circuit has again been a wonderful venue for Formula One racing. It's typical of the Herman Tilke circuits of the modern era. It's been on the Formula One calendar since 1999, and it's maturing very nicely as the drivers and teams get used to that sharp turn 1 and the extended long straights. Very technical in sections with sweeping left and right bends that have the weight shifting around the car. It's always exciting to watch an F1 car driven in anger around here. We've enjoyed it, we hope you have too. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time in Australia at Albert Park for round 3. Until then, take care.
Well, what a race of attrition it's been here from Sepang there. 8 mechanical failures when you include Giancarlo Fisichella in the end. It really was a big race of attrition there. But of course, the most important thing, despite all those failures, Jacques Villeneuve still didn't score a point, which personally I'm quite happy with at the end of the afternoon there. It does mean championship-wise, though, unfortunately, yeah, with Fisichella's demise right at the end there, Michael Schumacher now will lead the way, 1 point ahead of the ever-consistent Kimi Raikkonen, and we are down to P3. Obviously, plenty of other drivers, though, you know, your Alonso's and various others there. Getting their first points on the board means a lot of drivers drop down the order. Scott Speed, though, in all of that, moves up nicely there as Jenson Button still yet to see the checkered flag in either of the GPs. Constructors-wise, well, I said it wouldn't last long. Super Aguri down to P3. We're still ahead of Renault and Honda, though, which I guess we can't be too disappointed about. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we will be back very, very soon when Formula One heads to Albert Park, Australia. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.